Hey, good evening, North East STEM Awards. Let me hear you say yeah. Oh, you're on bloody mute. Um,
Yay!
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 Well, hey, good effort, everyone. Welcome. Wherever you are, Newcastle, Gateshead, Sunderland, Ponteland, Gosforth, Kenton, other places in the Northeast. I can't remember. Durham and other places. Welcome, everyone. Hey, it's Thursday night. Where else would you want to be other than the Northeast STEM Awards? It's lovely to be here. I'm Dallas Campbell. I'm going to be your host, steering this great extravaganza. Let's face it, this is the premier award show of the pandemic. I would say in my book. Actually, funnily, it was all organized. We were going to do this at the Savoy in London. We had the Savoy all booked. We had like tables booked. We had suites already. We had George Clooney was going to do the awards. It was all like properly like full on. And then we thought, you know what? This has been such a difficult year for everyone. We're going to really treat you. So we're going to do it on Zoom because you're worth it. And that's that. Anyway, so that's what's going to be happening today. Listen, actually, big kudos everyone who's been involved, every STEM ambassador, everyone who's been involved in all the outreach work that you do this year. I know how just horrifically difficult it's been this year, having to not just do what you normally do, which is amazing, but also have to do somersaults and turn everything upside down and learn how to do things like Zoom calls and do it all remotely. So everyone's had a really tough time this year. So basically, if you win an award this year, it counts twice, as far as I'm concerned. It's like a double award, and you'll be able to sort of show off with that later on. So the Northeast STEM Ambassador Program, I want to just say thank you to everyone. Thank you to RTC North who run it. And of course, as you know, it is a fantastic way of engaging with young people, showcasing the very best of STEM careers, helping them make good choices in life, and getting them to think bigger about the world. There's some amazing facts here. We've got over 1,400, can that be right? 1,400 registered STEM ambassadors who have clocked up something like, well, according to this, 15,000 hours in the last 14 months. And every single interaction that's happened in one of those hours has meant an awful lot to a young person, delivering inspiring, engaging, informative activities, lectures, and it's been fantastic. I've been lucky enough to be involved in some of these this year as well. With Dawn and Claire last year, we did a big Mars Day and it was fantastic earlier in the year. So thank you very much to all of you for being brilliant. This is your night, coming to you live from my sitting room, which I have hoovered actually. I had a bit of a freak out earlier on. I was like, oh, I better get the hoover out. So anyway, it's hoovered. So there we go. So this is how tonight is gonna work. We have got 15 award categories, which include 6 special recognitions awards, where we recognize the outstanding contributions that individuals have made. Now, in order to reduce the chaos and various random background farting and, and people calling and all that kind of stuff, you've all been muted. All right, so you're all muted. Yes. However, if you do win an award, by the magic of Zoom, Sam, our technical guru, will unmute you and you will be spotlighted, which means you'll sort of come onto the screen big, and then you'll gush, you'll do some gushing, you'll show off your sparkly dress or whatever. You'll thank your drama teacher from, if you went to Ponteland Middle like I did, you'll thank your Mrs. Liptrot, your drama teacher, that kind of stuff. You'll have a bit of a gush. I might ask you some questions, and then so that's what's going to happen. We will have about 8:30. We're going to have a comfort break. It says here in my script. That's the polite way of saying having a pee, or going to the fridge to open a beer or whatever it is. Pour yourself another glass of champagne. Take the dog for a walk, etc., etc. I'm also going to show a little video about 8:30 of just some of the amazing activities that everyone's been up to in the last 18 months. More importantly than any of this, however, we will be checking your hashtag lockdown loungewear. So if you've got some good clothes from the bottom, look at that. Lockdown loungewear slippers, nice. That's the hashtag lockdown loungewear. So you can sort of follow on. Is this a hashtag? Is it a thing? I didn't even know about lockdown loungewear until Dawn told me yesterday. So hopefully you've got exciting things on the bottom half. I don't know. Are we past the watershed? Like, what's the deal? So I don't know what's going on, but you can, if you want to give us a twirl, if you're feeling in the mood to give us a little peek of your lockdown loungewear, that'll be very, very good. So that's that hashtag. Also, hashtag for Twitter, etc. Hashtag North East STEM Awards. If you want to sort of chat online, you can do that there. We've also got our chat box open. How do I need to look at the chat box? I won't, because it'll be distracting. Right, let me have a look. I'm going to open the chat box just so I can just see what's going on in the chat. So yes, you can put chat in the chat box if you want to sort of talk amongst yourselves. That would be very, very good. And those are the hashtags. Okay, so before I start, actually, I just want to say a couple of thank yous. Capita, our sponsors, Worley, Jacobs for their sponsorship of the awards. As without them, tonight would not have been possible. Look, they've even provided me with celery sticks and a tub of hummus. That's my rider, ladies and gentlemen. Clooney wanted the spicy hummus, so you're getting a better deal with this. So that's good. All of you who are going to win, you're going to win. Here's what you're going to win. You're going to win a certificate. You're going to win a trophy. Very exciting. Individual winners will also receive a bottle of champagne. So there you go, bottle of champagne, proper champagne. I'll be checking. None of you Prosecco. This will be the real deal. We're also donating 250 quid to 7 Northeast schools chosen by some of our winners to help support the teaching of STEM. Another thing as well, because it's on Zoom, if you win a prize and you come on to sort of do your little speech and you're on mute, and I have to say, you're on mute, that's 50 quid to charity. So that's the deal. Apparently, I've just made that up. But depends how generous I'm feeling. So there we go. So that's all the welcomes. That's all the thank yous. Of course, the biggest thank you goes to you for being excellent. So without further ado, we're going to do our first award. I keep getting distracted though by these slippers that keep coming in my peripheral vision with lockdown. Oh, there we go. Here we go. So without further ado, we're going to come on to our first award of the night. And this award is for the highest number of active STEM ambassadors from a North East SME. This company has 27 registered STEM ambassadors, which is almost a third of their total workforce. My goodness. They're very supportive of the STEM ambassador program and jump at most opportunities to get involved with STEM events, even during a global pandemic. They'd normally host workplace visits by schools, colleges, universities, as well as work experience placements, but managed to deliver online virtual tours instead last year and this year, followed by a Q&A session. Now, this is the interesting bit. They're also sponsored an after-school group from a local school and started their own robot wars competition called Fight Fest, which took place on the 10th of July. They're also, it says here, they're also taking their robots to very small children. Is that a thing? Is that safe? Like, what's the deal? To inspire and engage them. Anyway, we'll find out a little bit more about the robots once I announce the winner. Drum roll, please. Do we have a drum roll, Sam? Have you got a drum roll sound effect? No. Okay. Drum roll, and the winner is Labman Automation Limited. Woo! And I believe, oh, there we go. We've got fireworks. We have Craig Thornton with us, who's going to be accepting the award. Craig. Congratulations, Craig.
Hello.
Congratulations, Craig. This must be a big moment for you.
Yeah, really exciting. We've just come off the back of a really exciting weekend at Labman Automation, where we've had a robot fighting event that you mentioned. So we've had...
And did they fight the small children? What's the deal? Maybe it's just the way my script's written. It's just read kind of quite sinister.
Well, unfortunately, the event couldn't actually host any schools at the moment, but we're taking some of the robots that fought at the event to a local nursery, and we're planning to do a little bit more with it to some other local schools. And prior to this, we had created and fought robots at Egglescliffe School, the school near to our site. So yeah, it's been a really exciting weekend. And yeah, nothing dangerous happening. The robots are very, very safe.
Very, very well behaved. Has it been ridiculously hard this year doing everything online? I mean, doing online robots presumably doesn't have the same cachet as
No,
real world
absolutely.
robots.
Our building's a super exciting building. It's got fireman's poles that you can slide down and a climbing wall and a squash hole. So we like to bring young people into the building because it's a really exciting place to work. And it's if you want to advertise sort of STEM careers, that's the place to do it. And not being able to use that tool and bring people into the building has been really hard for us. So we've been doing video tours. We've been getting very good at that. Trying to make sure the sound quality is good and the videos are interesting, and making sure we have robot arms moving and working around the factory so that when the schools are watching our video feeds, they're exciting and interesting.
See, now, why didn't I have this when I was at school in the Northeast? The most exciting thing we did in the Northeast, I remember visiting the Keep in Newcastle, and then we visited the Metro when it first opened, remember?
No, I agree. I remember
that was the highlight.
I got talked to nuclear power plants a lot. I remember that.
Yeah, exactly. Brilliant. Hey, listen, Craig, congratulations to all your team. A trophy, a certificate, and maybe a bottle of champagne or something is winging its way to you. So there you go. Round of applause. Craig
Thank
Thornton.
you very much. Thank you.
Excellent. Right. The next award is the first of our special recognition awards. These awards are given to individual STEM ambassadors who have demonstrated exceptional dedication and commitment to young people, particularly in the last 14 months. Now, this STEM ambassador has set up a bank of resources, videos, lectures, live interviews, talking and helping young people build a picture of careers in various STEM industries, increasing their enjoyment of STEM and having a positive impact on their learning, helping them make decisions about studying STEM subjects post-16 and further. This STEM ambassador engages with pupils right across the board, from primary through secondary, further and higher education, sharing her knowledge, enjoyment and passion for STEM. And since lockdown, she's done an incredible 80 separate online individual activities. And the winner is Jenny Haig. Jenny, what's love got to do with it, Jenny?
Thank you.
Hey, listen, what's going? Your hair's. Have you got like a kind of Top Gun kind of fan with your hair and things?
I've got a super fan here trying to keep me cool.
Hey, listen, massive congratulations to you. That's brilliant.
Thank you.
Listen, I know you were so enthusiastic. I think you got dressed up yesterday and logged on to this Zoom call.
I did,
24 hours
a
ago.
day early, yeah. So yeah, thank you very much. Do you know, I think it's sort of so important that we do our bit to really promote STEM within the education sector, and to do it sort of through the STEM Ambassador Programme. It's just a fantastic way. And to be quite honest, apart from all my different career lines, I would like to thank Dawn and Claire and Sean, because without them, there's no way I could have done this. And I'm just so proud and grateful to it with all these the STEM ambassadors and STEM hubs. I think it's just amazing. And thank you so much for having confidence and believing in me. I really appreciate it. Thank you.
It's very well said. Claire and Dawn are the great enablers.
They are.
They are
Yeah.
fantastic. Listen, congratulations, Jenny. I've sort of witnessed some of the work that you do, and it's thoroughly deserved. 88. How did you do 80 things? I mean, that's ridiculous.
Well, basically,
you do nothing else but just STEM ambassador things.
I had sort of different career lines. I actually graduated from Durham University as a medical anthropologist in 2009, and then I decided, because my mum was actually head of biology at Hartlepool Sixth Form College, and my brother's now the vice principal of Fujifilm, creating the Novavax vaccine for COVID.
Wow.
We both really got into science because of a lot of family teachers things, and I just think in teaching, nursing and education is just so important. I think if I can at least introduce not only children in my own family, but to other people's families, and to help bring on the next scientist, I think we're in safer hands. I think why not promote it as much as I can. So obviously I've got my science sort of advisory area, I've got my music gig artist area, I've got my equestrian farming, and I also have my RAF, my IVR cadet STEM work. So so a lot of support from a lot of people, and I've just gone for gold really. And I thought, well, reach as many teachers, as many children as we can, and hopefully, the future's safe in science and STEM, and hopefully we've made them smile and and they know now that science is something they can all look at. It's not just for special individuals who are from great backgrounds. So
Yes, brilliant. I very, very well said, Jenny. I heartily agree. And just, you know, maybe you'll just be on a Zoom call tomorrow as well. You could do like 72
I was on,
hours
I
of
was
being
on
on
one
trust.
this morning, so I was on one this morning, but there you go.
All
So,
right.
thank you.
Well, listen, congratulations. Enjoy the champagne when it arrives. Stick
Thank
around for the rest of
you.
the awards.
I
Lovely to
will.
see you, Jenny.
Oh my God, thank you so much. Thank you.
Okay. Brilliant. Well done. Now, tonight wouldn't be possible. Well, it wouldn't be possible without you lot, obviously, but it also wouldn't be possible without our sponsors. So this is going to be our first sponsor shout out. And the big thank you goes to Worley. I think we've got a little video.
We are born to change, to learn, to adapt, to grow.
One small step for man, one giant leap for mankind.
Over the years, we've watched our company grow and change as we combine the brightest minds with the latest technology to help create the best solutions. But we're still finding ways to improve, to work closer to our customers and offer more than ever before. More expertise, more value, more synergy, and more innovation in the face of the energy transition. Because the world is changing, and so are we. Welcome to our world. Welcome to Worley.
Brilliant. There you go. Thank you very much. Funnily enough, as I was watching this video, there you go. I've got Neil Armstrong's spacesuit. Just happens to be in my sitting room. There you go. Brilliant. So thank you very much to our wonderful sponsors, to Worley. Now, next, our third award. Our next award is for the highest number of active STEM ambassadors from a large Northeast company. Now, this company is dedicated to inspiring the next generation of engineers and is involved in numerous STEM activities, not just regionally, but on a global scale, with a substantial team of STEM ambassadors participating in a range of STEM projects. In the Northeast, they've established the Big Project and developed this into the Big Project in collaboration with Tees Valley Combined Authority. They were also part of the award-winning industrial workshop in collaboration with Northeast charity High Tide Foundation and Speakers for Schools. These initiatives have developed their future talent pool, resulting in many young careers flourishing within their business, where the students have become apprentices, apprentices become graduates, and graduates have ultimately become chartered engineers. Right. Drum roll. And the winner, I think you might know who this is. I've got a funny feeling you might know who this is. The winner is the very wonderful Jacobs. Hooray! And I think we have accepted the award, Mike Horton.
Hi, good evening.
Good
Can you hear me
evening,
okay?
Mike. Nice to see you.
Nice.
You're all on mute. Never mind. Anyway, congratulations, Jacobs. You guys do so much work with STEM, not just with in the Northeast, but all over the UK, all over the world. I've done lots of stuff with you over the years. It's a really important thing for you, isn't it?
It's critical, absolutely critical, Dallas. It's you know, the whole business works around people, and people are critical to what we do. And bringing young people through, you know, getting them involved in what we do is really important. I think what we realise is that you've got to really work with, you know, the school kids and get them interested in science, engineering before they start to make those critical decisions. So yeah, absolutely, these programs are absolutely critical to getting people switched onto it.
I mean, do you see real change? Do you get to coming on and at the beginning of the day not really interested? Can you see a sort of physical, sort of the light switching on inside as you do what you do?
I think some kids really just take to it and really have a natural flair. Some genuinely aren't interested, and sometimes actually them realizing it's not for them is important as well. You know, knowing it's not for you is just as important as being keen to it. But then there are others that just aren't quite sure, and you know, by showing them some, you know, practical stuff, giving them insight to what science, engineering actually is, just makes a massive difference. And you know, you can see many of them come back and over again. So it's really, it's quite rewarding in that respect.
No, it really, really is. Well, listen, thank you so much. Thank you so much for everything you do. Champagne on its way to you. Now, Jacobs is a very big company, so you'd have to have tiny champagne glasses.
I'm hoping it's coming straight to my front door.
To be able to share. Well, or we could not talk about it and you could just keep it for yourself.
Yeah, nobody else will notice.
Nobody will know. Mike, absolute pleasure. Massive congratulations for everything you do. Please keep up the good work up in the North East. You know, it's so valuable. Thank you very much. Mike Horton.
Thank you. Cheers.
Great. Thank you, Mike. Thank you, Jacobs. Yeah, Jacobs, you said, seriously, Jacobs, they're one of those companies. You look around the world, you look around all these massive engineering projects, from space rockets to bridges to everything, and Jacobs are involved in some part of it. They're an absolutely fantastic company. Right, okay, the next category is for the highest number of hours from an individual STEM ambassador. The highest number of hours from an individual STEM ambassador. Now, this individual has logged almost 1,500 hours since the 1st of April 2020, representing over 200 separate engagements within the last 14 months. Not only has she delivered in the UK, but she's had international students at some of her online events too. Her highlights have included recently being a business ambassador as part of a Tees Valley Trailblazer Primary School Enterprise Pilot. She's also taken part in Insight Days in partnership with Speakers for Schools, including Green Skills, which is something that she's very passionate about. And she's also encouraged many other STEM ambassadors at the first virtual North East STEM Ambassador Network Conference, and is mentoring more and more people to train others on her own Primary Voices project, which aims to tackle climate anxiety in young people through education on climate action solutions. How do you have time for anyone else? The winner, Paula McMahon. Paula, I'm amazed you're even, how are you like alive? How are you breathing? Do you get time to eat? Like, what's the deal? I mean, you honestly, the amount, it took me about an hour just to read what you've been up to. Massive congratulations. What keeps you going? Why are you doing so much?
I just totally love it. Really, really love it. And I think a lot of people on this call would agree with that. There's a lot of people that on this call that I work with, and I think most people that do it have a real passion for it. And yeah, it's just brilliant.
Hey, they're going to have to up their game though. Everyone's going to be looking at you going, she does 1,500. No, I'm going to do 1,600 hours.
Even more impressively though, Dallas, it's almost 50,000 participants.
50,000.
Yeah.
Oh, good. Oh my.
It's just online. You can reach so much, get a much bigger reach, and I honestly sort of say to everyone, really give it a go, because it is as good as being in a classroom.
Oh, well, that's interesting. You know, here we are, we're all thrown into the deep end last year. We're like, oh my God, I've got to do this online. How am I going to do this online? And now everyone's a bit like, yeah, I quite like this online business. Are you going to stick online? Or are you going to go back into classrooms and do a bit of both?
Right. I mean, obviously, where it's local, it's more sustainable to when it's not local, it's more sustainable anyway to do it online. But the reach is so fantastic. I did with who we mentioned, Speakers for Schools and High Tide yesterday, and we had people from all over the country log in, and because everyone's used to it now. Well,
that's it. Yeah. And the thing is, like you say, you can get people from completely different cultures joining you so people from Newcastle and people from Middlesbrough, for example, that would never normally mix in any sense, geographically separate.
Precisely. And even from Sealand.
Exactly. There you go. Hey, well, listen, Paula, massive congratulations to you. Enjoy your evening. Enjoy basking in your glory. Don't forget Lockdown Loungewear. Hey, what's the deal with lockdown? Are people going to do it as they feel like it, or are they going to do it? Are they just going to give us a 12? Who knows? Maybe there's a prize for it at the end. But anyway, Paula, excellent. Thank you very much indeed. Paula McMahon. I hope I pronounced your name right. I'm always get very stressed about all this, the name thing. Oh, give me a thumbs up, Paula, if I pronounced your name right. Yes, I got the thumbs up. Excellent. Right then. Okay, the second of our special recognition awards goes to an outstanding individual who throughout his career has no doubt inspired hundreds of thousands of young people. This ambassador has headed up the Nissan Skills Foundation since its official launch in October 2014, promoting first Lego League, Vexic robotics, and F1 in school STEM competitions, which I was involved in that. Since its inception, it's grown from 4 schools and 135 learners to 12,000 students and 185 schools per year. And in January 2021, passed the 65,000 student milestone. He started in school governance 20 years ago and has carried that knowledge into developing award-winning programs delivered by the Nissan team. He's passionate about giving young people the skills, the knowledge they need to make informed choices about potential careers and in the advanced manufacturing and engineering worlds. A very, very worthwhile award. And it goes to Ian Green.
I went for it.
He's done it properly. He's got the bow tie on. He's got the Fender Stratocaster behind him, I think.
Yeah.
There you go.
My first passion.
I've got one of those as well. Same color as yours. Listen, congratulations. Those numbers are staggering. The sort of growth of going from a small amount of people to a vast amount of people.
Yeah.
What do you put it down to? Why has it been so successful?
A great team of people working with us.
Don't say that. You meant to say it was all me. It was all me.
Yeah. The voice is in my head, yes, but there's people had to translate what's coming out of my head into actual real things. So I've been able to fire up quite a few people. So Heather Corrigan, who heads up the Skills Foundation for me, she does all the real work, and she's the one who understands what my brain is trying to come out with. But it's a great team. We've never asked permission. We've just asked for forgiveness if we've done something we shouldn't have, and it's
Ian,
grown organically.
That's music to my ears. Honestly, that is the most important expression anyone needs to learn in life. Ask for forgiveness, not for permission. Because if you ask for permission, you'll never get anything done in our increasingly regulated world. So thank you very, very much for that. I mean, do you sort of have carte blanche about what you do? Do you just do you all sit down and go, right, we're going to do this. To hell with it. To hell with what people say. Off we go.
Pretty much, yes. I can do anything we want. So, we start off with 2 programs, a year 9 and a year 6 primary, year 9 secondary. Yeah. We've now got stuff going from year 3 all the way through to year 13. And yeah, it's just literally not everything's worked, but the voices in my head have worked out pretty well. So it's been good. And when we launched the new Qashqai a few weeks ago, we made a pledge that every child in the North East could engage with the Skills Foundation program, which for me was brilliant because I'm not going to be there for that much longer. But it meant that the Skills Foundation will continue on, and what we've done is just the start, hopefully.
Brilliant. Ian, congratulations to you. It's such a well-deserved award. Well, you and the voices in your head. Let's hear it for Ian and his voices. Congratulations to Ian Green and everyone who's involved in Ian's fantastic work. Right, how are we doing? We're not quite there for comfort break yet. We'll carry on a little bit longer, and then we'll have a comfort break in a little while, and we'll show you our STEM ambassadors video. Because if you're not a STEM ambassador, you're going to want to become a STEM ambassador, and we'll show you why in a little while. Okay. Recruitment of new STEM ambassadors is absolutely vital to the lifeblood and continuation of the STEM ambassador program. And it's always fantastic to see new faces joining the STEM ambassador program. And so this award is for the highest number of hours from one of our new STEM ambassadors. So this is the keenest of the new STEM ambassadors. Now, this person is a mechanical engineer and has just finished their MSc from Northumbria University. They've been part of the STEM ambassador program just short of 2 years. The majority of this, of course, has been during the pandemic. However, he supported the Big Bang events, Clean Careers Talks, Pen Pal Letter for the National Writing Day, video spotlights, Nuffield Research Placements, British Science Week, STEM clubs, as well as events on the theme of renewable and sustainable energy technologies. He's passionate about increasing diversity within the STEM sector, with activities linked to Black History Month, encouraging more Black, Asian, and minority ethnic groups into careers within the energy sector. Right. How important is that? Very important. The winner, and a huge congratulations to Budila Wijayasakara. That's not very long. You've been busy in the last 2 years.
Actually, what happened was I came to Newcastle in 2019 to pursue my master's in Northumbria, and then I got to know about this program because I'm a member of the Institute of Mechanical Engineers UK. So through that, then I applied to become a STEM ambassador, and then in October 2019, I met Dawn at the Newcastle Library, reliving some memories. Then that's the point where I started my STEM ambassador journey.
That's what happens when you meet Dawn. Like, you meet Dawn, you're walking down the street, and then you meet Dawn, and that's it. Your life is essentially over, because you are going to be roped in to doing how many millions of hours did you do? Like 1 million hours. And so you've only been in Newcastle for 2 years. Where did you come from? Where were you before Newcastle?
So I'm based in Sri Lanka. I finished my studies over here for my undergraduate, and then I chose Northumbria, Newcastle for my
great
postgraduate.
And just tell everyone how much you like being in the North East. Just say, Sri Lanka, love it, but the North East, woohoo!
North East actually is I think like one of the most amazing cities in the UK, to be honest, and it's my favorite city. Because while I was at North East, I was able to travel to London, Cambridge, Edinburgh, Nottingham. But out of all those places, I really like Newcastle, a city I feel in love with.
It's a great place. It's a great place. Listen, huge congratulations. Thank you so much for everything you do. Thank you for coming to Newcastle. Thank you for embracing Dawn and the STEM world. You know what I mean. And enjoy your certificate and your other prizes. Brilliant. Lovely to see you, and stick around. Thank you very much. Budila! Round of applause. Excellent. What a great story. Right. Okay. Our third special recognition award goes to a STEM ambassador who not only runs his own company, but has delivered over 165 separate activities, clocking up a grand total of over 500 hours. It's exhausting just reading all this since April last year. Now, although he's based in the North East, he's also supported the network of STEM ambassador hubs right across the country. Over the last few months, this ambassador has been involved in many virtual events developed from those activities that were usually done face-to-face, such as career speed dating and a day in the life of question and answer sessions. He also spends a lot of time supporting and encouraging primary school teachers on how STEM ambassadors can help deliver and link the school curriculum with everyday careers. He even has his own YouTube channel and has become a bit of an online sensation, I hear. Hopefully we're going to hear a bit more about that. He was recently recognized by STEM Learning as part of their National Inspirational STEM Employer Awards. This special recognition award goes to Steve Markham. Steve, you're wearing clothes. I thought, aren't you the guy that doesn't wear any clothes on your YouTube channel or something? Someone told me you got to watch Steve. He might be.
I'm not quite sure what sort of channels you're watching, but no.
Maybe it's the wrong Steve. No.
Yeah, you've definitely used the wrong website there.
Yeah.
So, yes.
Moving swiftly on. Clear history. Sorry. So carry on, Steve.
No, it's I find it this is just a real passion, and I find it incredibly rewarding. And what I'm really trying to do is talk to as many young people, and I mean primary children, to change the perception of what an engineer is. And to be very blunt, I'm the actual model of everything that is wrong with engineering. I'm a middle-aged, no, I'm actually an older white male man in engineering, and I need to change that. And we need more women. We need more a wide and a diverse background. And there's a career for everybody. So I'm spending a lot of time talking to primary teachers and primary kids change that perception. And hopefully, I think it's working.
Do you think there is that? I mean, even now, do you think there is that perception that engineering is all kind of sort of Victorian steam engines and men with beards, that kind of thing?
I think it's more about engineers are perceived as car mechanics and guys in overalls with a greasy spanner. And yeah, that's true for a small percentage, but the term engineering, it's so widely used. And when you talk to young people about the range of engineering opportunities that there are, it's a staggering amount. And what I love to do is talk about a mobile phone, something that they've all got, and ask them to consider just how many different engineering careers are used in developing and making a mobile phone. And we get the standard answers like, oh, software engineer and programmer. But what about the packaging engineers, people who actually design the box that it goes in, and sales and marketing and electrical and electronic? And there's all this huge range of engineers, and anybody can do that with the right encouragement, the right background, the right training. Anybody can do that.
I totally agree, and also the fact that being an engineer is a creative act, and I think a lot of sort of young people I know don't see engineering as a creative thing, and actually it really is. So anything you can do to sort of get the penny drop, and as you say, get as diverse a group of people interested in engineering is absolutely fantastic. Hey, tell me about your YouTube channel. What's the what happens on your YouTube channel? Is it you sort of interviewing engineers, or?
Mainly it's all about me. But what I've tried to do is take many of the activities that we were doing face to face a couple of years ago, and turn them into demonstrations or activities that people can do at home. So there's some small puzzles, there's some quizzes, and a real favorite of mine, because I've got a passion for welding, is something called welding with chocolate. And we can actually show how you can take chocolate bars and melt them using just hot water. And you can melt them and fuse chocolate bars together to make towers and bridges. Brilliant. And then do this over a channel. So I'm reaching people who can actually do this at home very simply with lots and lots of chocolate bars and some hot water.
Curly whirlies must be very structurally integral in many of your chocolate buildings.
Yeah, curly whirlies are pretty good, but Milky Bars, well, they're the favorite. They're nice and easy. They're very cheap. And if you like being sick on white chocolate, that's the thing to use.
The Milky Bars are on me. Brilliant, Steve. Congratulations. Enjoy your award. It's thoroughly deserved. And Steve's partner, wife. Hello.
Yeah, it's my partner, Michelle.
Hi, Michelle. Congratulations. Brilliant. Round of applause, Steve Markham. Excellent. Right, we've got another thank you to our brilliant sponsors. This one is Capita, who are going to do. We've got a little video, I think. Thank you very much to Capita. Let's have a look at their film. Fantastic. Thank you very, very much, Capita. Thank you very, very much to all of our sponsors, everybody here who's winning an award, everyone who's been nominated for an award would not be able to do what they do without you. So please, thank you and continue to support this. Right now, on to our STEM Inspirational Employer Awards. These awards recognize contributions from North East STEM organizations within their specific sector of either science, technology, engineering, or maths. And the first award is for the most inspirational Northeast Science Employer. This company provides drug product and bioanalysis services to over 200 pharma and biotech customers worldwide. Their Annex site's been involved in multiple STEM activities. One of their most popular events included hosting a series of Christmas lectures, allowing rural North Northumberland school children to participate, reaching out to over 150 students from schools across North Northumberland. They also delivered practical activities around the importance of hand washing just before the first lockdown, and since then have adapted their delivery to support parents and young people who are homeschooling, which involved sharing regular STEM-based activities on their Facebook page and a Draw a Scientist competition. In November, they created a video tour of their Annex site as part of their hashtag World Antimicrobial Awareness Week. And they've also been involved in numerous university and school careers events, helping to educate young people about the benefits of choosing a STEM career, and also attending the STEM Ambassador Conference to give the best practice examples to other STEM ambassadors. They've also participated in numerous STEM events with Founders for Schools, Women in Science, British Science Week, and Bring It On. They also participated in Life Sciences Employability Week at the University of Liverpool, with the purpose of discussing careers in the pharmaceutical sector with health and life science students. And the winner is Quotient Sciences. And we've got Kelly Rees-Jones, I think, with us. Kelly, are you there? Kelly is there.
I am here, and I am going to show you my lockdown loungewear.
Thank you. You must win a prize for your lock. Let me see. Hold them up. Let me see the lockdown.
They're quite sparkly. I thought they'd be appropriate.
I think they're very, very nice. Hey, tell me, throughout this year, have you been smart from the top up and a little bit suspect? Not suspect, but a little bit more casual, shall we say, below the waist?
I've actually been fortunate enough to be in our Annex site most days this year and supporting our colleagues, our brilliant scientists, who are our fantastic ambassadors and do a lot of the work that you've spoken about there, alongside some of the other people on this call today who have actually gone on to greater things from Quotient Sciences. So I'm delighted to be accepting this award on their behalf.
Just tell us a little bit about Quotient Sciences, about who you are and what it is that you do. Like, what's your purpose in life?
So, well, our purpose, we have recently rebranded, and many people on this call will know us better as Arcanova. But we have been acquired in February of this year. We're now Quotient Sciences. And in simple terms, we are all about taking drugs from molecule to cure fast, creating new cures to solve human problems. So we're part of the drug development family.
And presumably, when you're talking about this to young people and doing all these STEM activities, given where we are now in the world, this is of primary interest. And do you have a lot of? It
really is, actually. It's quite an interesting business to be in a global pandemic that is relying on companies like ourselves so much to help bring new cures to the market really quickly. So it is a great place to be, and it really does enable us to inspire young people around the region and think about a role in Annex, which is great.
Brilliant. And what's great as well, I love the idea that you're reaching out to rural communities as well. I know North Northumberland very well. My mother lived there. It's a fantastic part of the world. So it's great that you're getting out and being as inclusive as you can in the region.
Yeah, we really try to be, and we've got some great plans over the next 12 months as well. So we're working with our local high school about bringing the Royal Institute of Science seminar to the village of Alnwick, which will be quite something if we can make that happen during the summer next year. So yeah, it's a really amazing place to be, and it's great that we're able to partner and have such a positive impact.
Brilliant. Listen, Kelly, thank you so much for everything you do. Please pass on our gratitude to everyone in your company and enjoy your award. Kelly Rees-Jones, everyone. Thank you very much. Quotient Sciences. Woo, brilliant. Fantastic. It's not the same because I can't hear you clapping. I'm imagining you're all clapping, but you're on mute, so I can't hear you clapping. I'm imagining it. Right. Okay. Our next special recognition award goes to a person who has been a STEM ambassador since 2017 and has taken part in and been a judge at Bring It On, was part of the Great Exhibition of the North, as well as taking part in numerous careers events and guided tours for both college and university students. She is often invited to comment on themes such as why the STEM agenda is so important to our North East firms, was invited to a Royal Society event to discuss could the support employers provide to schools be increased and be more effective than at present? Where she spoke about her experiences of being a STEM ambassador. She's taken part in numerous STEM parties, conducting hands-on practical experiments. During COVID-19, she was the driving force behind moving all her company's STEM activities online, which is no small feat. She's currently working with the Scottish Tech Army and the Code Clan to bring her experience of being a STEM ambassador north of the border. The special recognition award goes to Sophie Reed.
Lately, I've been thinking, I want you to be happy.
Hey, Sophie.
I want you.
Can't see. You're all backlit.
Got to go a bit of backlit, makes it
well,
more
it's kind of.
fashionable.
Hey, now listen. I've got to ask you something. Are you in heels or are you in your taco slippers?
I am in the taco slippers.
Hold them up so we can see.
If nobody's seen my taco slippers before,
that is a taco slipper. I think, goodness me, you might be in the lead for hashtag lockdown loungewear.
Hashtag lockdown loungewear has to be done.
Brilliant. So listen, you're all over the place. Tell us a little bit of the Scottish Tech Army in Code Clan.
Yes.
How does that work? What's that all about?
Well, I used to work for Arcanova, which is now Quotient, which has just been mentioned. So when they changed over, I actually changed companies to work for a Scottish life science software company called Firefinch, who are based up in Edinburgh. And as such, I ended up chatting to some of their people on various calls, telling them all about what an amazing job the STEM Ambassador Network does. And that's how that's ended up. So I'm now an advisor for the Scottish Tech Army and an advisor with Code Clan. Code Clan works with second career people. So they've got lots of ex-oil and gas people who have been made redundant, who've gone into a second career working in software. So that's what I'm working with at the moment.
That's brilliant. And listen, doing all this stuff online, like you got it all moved from being in the real world to suddenly doing it online.
Yes, it was a bit of a challenge.
That's a massive, massive challenge. I mean, did someone sort of appoint you to do this, or did you go, right, I'm going to do this, I know what I'm doing?
I'm just going to agree with the lovely Ian from Nissan here and just say that I did it and ask for permission afterwards. Luckily, my colleagues are on this call.
That honestly, so that's the way to do it. Yeah, just do it. Don't wait. Don't get permission to do anything.
Exactly. And obviously, we had the amazing Door Scientist competition. So I just want to send out huge thanks to the RTC North STEM team, who were a massive help with that, and I had to judge it because I think if I'd judged it, I would have been lynched. Because we had so many local people take part.
You've broken up. You've broken up. Oh, you're back.
No. I'm back again. Sorry.
Yeah, you're there. Hey, listen, Sophie, you're a superstar. You're a STEM superstar. You're brilliant. We love your taco slippers. Yes. We all want a pair now.
They are amazing.
Thank you very much.
Put
the link in the chat box and we can get those on Amazon. Hey, congratulations. Enjoy being a winner. Enjoy the champagne and stick around. Oh, you've already started. Yeah, Sophie Reed, everyone. Woo. And her taco slippers. Brilliant. Thank you, Sophie. Right, just before we have our short comfort break in proceedings to charge our glasses, whatever we're drinking, we've got the second of our sector-specific awards. And our final winner before we have our little 15-minute break is for the most inspirational North East technology employer. Now then, over the last 14 months, this company's employees have continued providing a variety of STEM activities online, including virtual mentoring, presentations, raising awareness of IT roles, and the different entrance routes to employment within their company, including their graduate scheme and apprenticeship routes, recording videos about careers in their sector, and celebrating Alan Turing's birthday with a blog promoting diversity and inclusion in STEM and encouraging LGBTQ plus students to get a job in IT. Their biggest event of the year was a Dragon's Den style university challenge, where they had 120 students competing from multiple universities across the UK, where they had to work in teams to come up with new innovative IT product or service and then deliver a Dragon's Den style pitch to a panel of judges. Brilliant. Now, the award for this incredible work goes to, drum roll, DXC Technology. And I think we've got Anne-Marie Wallace. Anne-Marie.
Hello.
Have you got your taco slippers?
No, but I have got slippers.
No.
I'll show you. Not as exciting as
Hey,
taco slippers.
You know what? I like those. I think they're okay. I think in the spirit of lockdown loungewear, you know, you can try too hard. But actually, that's the classic,
nice and comfortable,
grotty slipper. Not grotty, but you know what I mean.
Yeah,
the slippers we all know and love. Congratulations. So just tell us a little bit about DXC Technology, about what it is that you do.
Yes, so DXC Technology is an IT services company. We're a global company, but have our main office in the UK, based in the North East, in North Tyneside. So this year's been, I suppose, a bit of a challenge, but an exciting way forward for us. So we've decided as a company we're going to do everything virtual moving forward.
And you're going to continue doing that?
Yeah. So, okay. You know, the pandemic's changed a lot of things that we're doing, but I think, like Paula mentioned earlier, we've managed to reach out to so many more people this year through virtual working and STEM events. And while lots of other organisations slowed down on their recruitment, we kind of increased our recruitment last year. So we recruited 50 apprentices and 150 graduates last September, and we're doing exactly the same this September. So, you know, a great achievement, and it hasn't stopped us, fortunately, from a pandemic perspective.
It is really interesting that, you know, for all the sort of panic at the beginning, like, what are we going to do? What are we going to do? Actually, it's kind of forced us to embrace this new technology of doing what we're doing now and going, okay, well, how can we make this work? And actually finding benefits in it, like, well, gosh, you know, you can reach out to big audiences doing it like this.
Definitely, and I think from us, from a technology perspective, you know, we're leading from the front. From a virtual perspective, you can do all sorts virtual, and you know, there's so many exciting opportunities, not just for our staff, but you know, for anybody from schools, colleges, universities, and anybody actually wanting a career in IT moving forward. So yeah.
Brilliant. Very, very quickly, you did a Dragon's Den style thing. What was the best thing that came out of Dragon's Den? What was the one product you thought, oh, I'm going to nick that?
So one of the products that came up was around an NHS app, actually. So an app where you can get your injections quicker. We obviously all needed that at the time. So that was one of the best ones, and you know, something that probably we should filter into the NHS team.
Brilliant. Okay, well, listen, Anne-Marie Wallace, well done. Give our regards to everyone at DXC Technology. You've done some fantastic work. You're an inspiration, a beacon of brilliance, and enjoy being a winner. Thank you very, very much indeed, Anne-Marie.
Thank you.
Woo. Hey, I think we've come to the halfway point. Actually, slightly past the halfway point. So we're going to have a little 15-minute comfort break to refill your glasses, or, you know, do whatever you want to do in 15 minutes, take the dog out for a pee, that kind of stuff. Don't leave us entirely, though. However, we've got a montage of video clips, photos, and other stuff we're going to be showcasing some of the amazing STEM work that some of the individuals and companies have been involved with over the last 14 months. So join us again back here in 15 minutes. and we're going to do our final big award of the night, the most inspirational North East STEM employer. I can't wait for that. Also, I want you to watch this video as well, because if you're not a STEM ambassador, why aren't you a STEM ambassador is what I want you to take away from this, because basically there's no excuse now for not being a STEM ambassador. What I want you to do, if you're not a STEM ambassador, is get in touch with Dawn at the North East STEM Hub. Okay, please do that. And then Dawn will twist your arm and make you a STEM ambassador. But have a little look at this video, find out what it's all about, and we'll see you back here in 15 minutes.
Really enjoyed taking part in the STEM Fest in Space event last October. We made a video to show people how to make the Ogden Trust solar system in my pocket. It was fun seeing ourselves on screen.
In December, we also took part in a space conference about the solar system. We made a news program about where Santa Claus should set up a new toy workshop.
And we did the engineering book building challenge with the Marine Society. In fact, we've done quite a lot this year, despite the pandemic.
I really liked Science Week, and when we went into the hall, I really liked the swirly thing which made a sound and it went round and round.
On Science Week, I really enjoyed doing the pasta tower with the spaghetti.
And I liked Science Week because it was fun, creative and imaginable. And I would love to do it again next year.
How many stars would you give the day?
Out of 5?
Yeah.
Probably a 5.
A 5-star, a 5 out of 5.
If there was 10 stars, I'll give it a 10 out of 10.
So I became a STEM ambassador so that I can make a positive impact.
So I decided to become a STEM ambassador because I'm passionate about helping the local community, and I believe it's really important to encourage the next generation of talent into the IT industry.
Well, my wife was actually a STEM ambassador already. She did some work on it, so she'd kind of mentioned it to me and said about the good work that they did. And I run a coding club for children, and we want to try and make the volunteers, give them a little bit more of a structure, I suppose, to what they were doing. So we suggested that we get them to be STEM ambassadors. And it also had the benefit as well as that they got a DBS checked, which is obviously important when you're working with children.
I was interested in becoming a STEM ambassador, purely selfish reasons, because I wanted to improve my own communication skills, I wanted to improve my presentation skills, but I also found when I started doing it that it was really good to inspire children and young people into getting into STEM careers. So I found it in a fun way as well, so it's not all dry subject, it's very entertaining but it's educational at the same time, so it's definitely to inspire children as well.
Being able to reach a wide range of children or young people to influence them into that is so important, and it's really rewarding to do that.
It's great to be able to connect with the younger generation.
And I think that being a STEM ambassador is really important to help develop the next generation of talent and really show them what options that they have for their career development.
This program allows students to get mentored by people who are established in the field or following a path that they would like to be on. Basically, it's something I didn't have and that I would like the future generation to have. So that's why I'm interested in the program.
I volunteered to become a STEM ambassador to inspire the next generation and offer advice on new career paths and career opportunities.
It was an opportunity to share my experience from the world of work, to try and pass on some advice.
I became a STEM ambassador because I think it's really important to encourage a range of students into STEM.
And also, when I thought back to myself, when I was leaving school and starting work, there's always lots of questions that you can't really get answered from a textbook or an interview, and thought it'd be a great way to be able to share some of that experience and give back a little bit.
I'm really lucky that I've got a job that I love, and being a STEM ambassador is part of that. It's really rewarding to encourage young people, inspire the future generation. It has business benefits as well as giving personal benefits as well.
So I really love being a STEM ambassador because not only do I get enjoyment out of being a STEM ambassador, but I really enjoy how happy and enthusiastic it makes the students that I work with. And it helps to build their skills, their confidence and their sense of satisfaction. And not only do I get a sense of achievement and reward, but so do the students that get involved as well.
It's about the young people, it's about hearing their take on today's world and also to network with other adults who work in a STEM environment.
Well, for me, it's working with the children. So getting the buzz when you show them something that's hopefully cool that they haven't seen before, which is quite hard with kids today. So that's probably the best thing really, and the feedback that you get from them. And the energy that they provide as well keeps you relatively young as well.
The most enjoyable thing about being a STEM ambassador is working with the students of all age groups and knowing that they are genuinely interested in becoming an engineer. I personally feel rewarded by their interest in wanting to know what job roles are out there and what they can achieve by doing well at school.
I think the most enjoyable thing is actually going out there and doing your activity, especially an activity that one I created myself, and when I see the engagement with the children and how they react to your activity and how they enjoy it and what they get out of it and the feedback afterwards. So that's definitely a very rewarding experience.
I think it's seeing the mentees grow. You kind of get to know them over the course of the programme. You see them grow in confidence, see them asking questions, and you start to understand what interests them, what motivates them, what they're passionate about. It's just a really positive sort of thing to be able to do, and I think it gives you a lot of satisfaction.
And that's the whole reason why you are a STEM ambassador and why you want to do it for them, because you want to see them do well and progress and do everything that they want to do in life, and it's just nice to be able to contribute.
I think the most enjoyable thing about being a STEM ambassador is seeing the outcomes of the activities that you are doing with the students. So I love when I go in and potentially do a practical activity, or more recently doing virtual activity, and being sent the outcomes of them and seeing the creativity that the students come up with.
So I think the activity that's really gauged the most interest with the students I've got involved with is a Dragon's Den style activity. And this is where we've asked them to come up with a technology product or service for DXC technology. And then the idea is, as a small team of people, they have to come up with an innovative idea, and then they have to present this back to a panel of dragons. And we asked them to try and draw the product and try and be as imaginative and creative as possible and try and come up with a new innovative idea. And some of the ideas that we've actually come up with have actually come into fruition at DXC as well.
I've been involved in 2 of the STEMtastic events that have happened at Virgin Money, and I've also taken the activity to different schools. I've done a paper plane activity, which is to do with understanding the importance of design, documentation, testing, building a prototype. I've also done a Lightbox session, which is showing children how to code and the importance of coding. And so it's been really interesting, different activities. I think it's really important because it just inspires children to get involved with science, technology, maths, engineering, and get into them kind of subjects, because they always need new people coming in.
I've also been very heavily involved in mentoring. So I've done a number of mentoring programs over my years of being a STEM ambassador. And this is a really good way to work with students that may have less idea of what they want to do in their future career. And it's about working with them to try and set SMART goals to help them to work towards their chosen career path and really get them to kind of reflect on what they really find the most interesting at school. The evidence shows that just from having that little extra support, they have a much better understanding of kind of the career path that they want to go down, which is really rewarding as well from my perspective.
We run a coding club for children, so we also advertise for additional volunteers using the STEM website and system.
Most of the activities I've done have been around mentoring and helping students transition from education to the world of work.
I also volunteered for the STEM mentoring program. So I helped a young person who was looking to study medicine, and because I was working in the NHS, I was hopefully able to provide some sort of useful information. So that was really nice.
What we find is that these younger students really think outside the box and think of gaps in the market that we might not have thought about, and it's a great way to kind of take their creative ideas of thinking outside the box and making them real as well.
Before COVID, we'd meet up face to face, but now we meet up remotely. It kind of really helps the mentees to understand the world of work, to learn a little bit about what real life is like, can pass on the benefit of our experience, but also we can reflect a little bit on our own journey, talk about any mistakes we've made, what we learned from them. You just kind of pass on that experience to mentees, and try and help them in their sort of journey on the way to starting work.
All the engagements that I've done since lockdown have been virtual. And as you can imagine, there's always the odd chance that you are going to have technical difficulties, which can really impact the session, depending on what it is. But then on the other hand, there's actually been more positives from going virtual. It means that there's opened up to much more engagements. I've been much more flexible who I've been able to do STEM ambassador initiatives with. So now it's opened it up to the whole region, and I've been doing virtual events across the whole of the UK. So although there's been some negatives, I would say that there's been a greater positive.
So for me, COVID did bring up a few challenges, obviously not being able to go into schools. And I think also the challenge was there with the students and the teachers. They had to very quickly adapt to a situation that no one was used to. So it also meant that they were spending more time trying to find a new way of working.
It has been difficult during the lockdown to deliver the activities the same way as we did before, because everything was very face-to-face and hands-on, and so it has been difficult to keep it like the momentum going. So hopefully that will change once things come back to normal.
It has been difficult. Obviously our sessions with the children were all stopped. So what we did is we moved online, and the kids really enjoy it. It's not without its challenges. Having sort of 10, 15 children all on Zoom together can be interesting. But to be fair, the kids have been fantastic, actually.
So for me, lockdown meant that we just had to adapt in a different way. So doing virtual online stuff, career talks online as well. And I think the students really benefited from this, because it meant that although they were in a very weird situation, they still got to have a bit of fun at home, still doing practical activities, and made sure everything was based around something they could do in the house. So using, tinfoil or Lego and things like that.
It's really important for us to have that engagement and that dialogue with young people and make careers in STEM and at GSK accessible for everybody.
I think the programme is so important because it's a whole year-round programme. We have a lot of brilliant initiatives throughout the year, like International Women in Engineering Day or British Science Week, so many amazing activities, but often they're just focused on 1 week or 1 day. Whereas the STEM Ambassador programme goes throughout the entire year and is continuously educating students on STEM and getting them to do fun practical activities to remind them of the brilliant opportunities that could be out there for them. So I think that's why it's so important that we continue this work.
I have had students who keep on asking questions upon questions, and while they sometimes feel that it might irritate me, it doesn't, because I know that they're very interested in what I have to say, and I know for a fact that they would at least take away one thing, a minimum one thing away from that conversation, and I'm sure it'll have a positive impact on their life.
I feel the STEM program is important, extremely important. Some of these students haven't heard of so many different career roles, and it's important to enlighten them and share new ideas. It gives them a real sense of hope that they can achieve anything as long as they work hard at school and choose the career path more suitable and interesting to them.
In events is to give them an insight into what they do when they're older. It's not sort of just their classroom activity, it's sort of inspiring them to be able to think, right, well, I'm going to do that, and I want to do that when I'm older, I'm going to do it really well. So it's nice to be able to sort of open that up to them.
Describe the STEM Ambassador experience in one word. One word, that's so hard. Rewarding.
Amazing.
Inspirational.
Fun.
Rewarding.
I would say engaging, from both sides, from my side and from the student side.
Worthwhile.
Satisfying.
Enlightening.
It's definitely rewarding.
That was lovely. What a fantastic video. I hope, well, obviously some of you will recognize yourselves in that video, but I hope if you're sort of not a STEM ambassador, you'll look at that and suddenly want to be a STEM ambassador. That was just lovely seeing that. Get in touch with Dawn. Get in touch with Dawn. Talking about Dawn and Claire and the organizers, I've just had a text from Claire. Hey, listen, keep going with the lockdown loungewear plug, and perhaps people could give us a 12. There's a restaurant voucher to win. I forgot to say, lockdown loungewear, whoever's rocking the best waist down slippers loungewear, there's a thing to be won. And I'm not judging it, by the way, but we'll announce the winner at the end. So there you go. So if you suddenly get an urge to give us a 12, go ahead and do that. Right, on we go to our penultimate special recognition award. This STEM Ambassadors company, I should say, runs a 30-hour on-site STEM work experience program and can also be seen judging various robotics competitions. He's played a major part in the One Vision and Ford Next Generation Learning programs delivered by the NELEP. And as part of this, has produced a video highlighting the importance of teamwork and STEM for future careers. As most of the world went online, this person delivered an online STEM careers fair for Year 11 students, as well as delivering a virtual 360 tour of his company, which is available to any school as a careers STEM resource. He's also a careers enterprise advisor for Farringdon Academy, where he's been highlighting through his work the importance of STEM in industry. And ladies and gentlemen, the award goes to Rob Dodds from Uni. Rob.
Good night. How are you doing?
Very, very well. Where are you from? Looks like sunny where you are. It's pitch black where I am.
It's fantastic here. It's a really good night. I'm sitting with the conservatory in the background. It's lovely. I've been busy today. We've got Ofsted on site, so I've literally got me.
Not Ofsted on site. Everyone goes crazy when Ofsted's on site.
No, we've had Ofsted for the last 2 days. Tomorrow's the last day. It's my first full inspection as a training provider, so we're doing quite well actually.
Good. Well, just tell us a little bit about the last sort of 18 months for you. How's it been? We've heard lots of stories about people saying, actually, did this whole online business, we were all dreading it, but actually it's turned out to be quite positive.
Very positive for us, to be honest with you. We've worked really hard. We've tried to make as many things we can accessible to local schools. We've tried to make everything we do about quality, about what the young people get. What we'd learned when we first started this, we met Ian Green from Nissan, and he inspired what we wanted to do. So we started our journey about 4 years ago. And we really now tried our best to get the young people of the North East a really good foundation so they can find something.
That's great. And is that, I suppose that's good. Do all the sort of people, I mean, you say you talk to Nissan, are all different people in different bits of the STEM Ambassadors network all talking to each other and swapping ideas? Is there much kind of communication between you all?
Dawn keeps it quite good because, to be honest with you, she
Who's
helps.
that Dawn? Never heard of her. Don't know.
No, I speak to her now and again. She's okay. We'll try our best with her. But yeah, she does keep it all together. And if we need some help, all I do is go and see Dawn. She helps me. We try to put our programs together to actually get something to help the northeast of England. It's a big, well, quite lucky because I get quite a free rein. I'm not looking for this to just promote Unipress. I want people of the North East to get something new and to find something what they might come and see me and they might not like it, but they should learn something. So I want to give them good careers advice.
Good. Well, you're doing a fantastic job. It's a thoroughly, thoroughly deserved win. Congratulations. Enjoy it. Enjoy.
Will do. Thank you. Thank you very much.
It's a great pleasure. I think Dawn, we need to get Dawn to she needs to be like Prime Minister or something. I think she'd be good Prime Minister. I'll have a word. I'll get her to run. Right. Well done, Rob. Excellent. Okay. Moving on. Now, this region, of course, the North East, where I grew up, has a long history of engineering successes. So this next award is for the most inspirational Northeast engineering employer. Now, over what has been a challenging 12 months, to say the least, this company have been working hard to improve the highway network in the Northeast. Their biggest achievement, however, is in building a dedicated team focused on delivering high-quality STEM activity. Throughout the pandemic, this company have been using technology to reach out and improve the lives of young people across the Northeast. The team have used virtual site tours, mentoring sessions, and many other activities, reaching out to diverse groups, including the Prince's Trust, Newcastle United Foundation, schools, colleges, and universities. And in addition, there's been virtual work experience sessions, support for careers leaders, through the 3 enterprise advisors and sponsorship of the UTC South Durham. Brilliant. And the award goes to Costain. And I think we've got Stuart Cully.
Hi, Dallas.
Be accepting the award for who? Who's this award for, Stuart?
So it's for everyone at Costain. So we're a government contractor working on the A1, on the A19, and probably most people are fed up of us actually sort of causing disruption and chaos when we're working on the roads. But ultimately we're working for the good.
Well, this is the thing. You weren't on the M1. You're not doing anything on the M1. I was on there yesterday. Absolutely driving.
We are, yeah.
Take the award back. Take it back. You do fantastically important work. It's really, really important work. We know that. We're only joking. But just tell us a little bit about the kind of work that you do with STEM from your point of view. What are the really kind of rewarding things that you do? What do you love to see?
I think I'm following through on what everyone else has said. It's been fantastic sort of seeing the opportunity there's been sort of in terms of going from sitting there last year thinking, what are we actually going to do? How are we going to engage with the communities where we work? To actually sort of like having the opportunity to talk to a lot more people virtually. I think the enjoyment for me is always going to be face to face, going in and seeing the classrooms. So we've done things like I know sort of over at the Scotswood team, Sandra, who's on the call. She's done a lot of work in terms of bug hotels, that sort of thing. But we've been into reception classes. We've done loads of stuff, really. So,
great. I think you're absolutely right. I think the future is going to be a kind of mix of both, isn't it? So it's because you can't beat one-to-one, because it's all the stuff that happens around. When humans come together and do things, there's something very special. But you've got the brilliance of all this technology, where you can have much bigger, more, potentially more diverse audience. So a bit of both, I think.
Yeah,
brilliant.
And we've got a fantastic team. They're all on the call and sort of backing us up in everything we're doing. So
brilliant. Well, listen, Stuart, congratulations to Costain. Carry on the brilliant work. Even though people get cross with you on the roads, we love you. Know that it comes from
feeling the love,
from a place of love, the frustration.
Love you too, Dallas.
Thank you. Oh, and if you want to do a twirl, anyone, remember there's a restaurant. I don't know which restaurant it is. I'm trying to think which restaurant. It might be Nando's, but hopefully it'll be something posher than Nando's. I'll get Dawn to text me that she can tell me. Right, brilliant. Okay, we've got our final sponsor shout out for the night. Who have we got? Oh yeah, it's Jacobs. I thought we'd had Jacobs already. Maybe we hadn't. No, we just won an award. What it was. Jacobs, many thanks for everything you do. You do incredible work. Obviously, you do incredible work as an engineering company, but you also do incredible work with STEM, and you do incredible work with STEM in the Northeast particularly. So let's have a look at the Jacobs film.
When we start out in this world, the possibilities are as endless as the night sky. Nothing is impossible. Over time, you might question. You might doubt. But at Jacobs, we always see the world as it can be. We're the curious, the brave, the optimistic, and the grounded. We keep planting the seeds of potential. We're bold enough to explore. We make connections that make the difference. We change the trajectory of how we all live, today and into tomorrow.
We seek perspectives, combining the knowledge of those before us with what we know now. And together, we're able to transform the future. We're a global team empowered to question, discover, and try. To us, everything is achievable. We collaborate, designing solutions that make life smarter, more seamless, and more sustainable for everyone.
We anticipate, calculate, and evaluate, and then act with agility and precision. We look for insights and ideas, pushing the limits of what's possible to create the standard for what's to come.
Whether it's applying our discoveries to drive the world ahead,
ensuring the resiliency of our planet and its people,
or acting with agility to design and protect the smart places of tomorrow.
We're united in our drive to dream big. And as the world's thinkers, visionaries, and doers, we're always pushing beyond.
Wonderful. Thank you very much, Jacobs. Thank you very much for everything you do. Right. Okay. Moving on for the final sector-specific award. So if you've been paying attention, you know where we are: science, technology, engineering. We are up to M for maths. Now, this award is for the most inspirational maths employer in our region. This company has a STEM outreach program which has been running for the past 5 years. From small beginnings, visiting schools, attended by the children of colleagues, they've developed the program to have a broad reach across the North East. Their signature offering is their annual STEMtastic event, which welcomes over 200 children per year to their Gosforth office for the day to understand more about STEM in banking through undertaking fun and practical activities. And in recent years, they've expanded and including their supply chain partners and other local businesses to demonstrate that companies flourish by being supported by a network of other companies. The event has been so successful, it's been adopted and reused by other organizations. And they're currently developing a virtual offering for schools in response to the new flexible workforce model, which sees the majority of their colleagues working from home. They can be seen supporting many local events and organizations, from Bring It On to the Discovery Museum, as well as branching out more widely across the country through a partnership with the Glasgow Science Centre and a collaboration with Make £5 Grow, their young entrepreneur scheme. The winner is Virgin Money. Joe Edwards, hopefully.
Oh.
Hi, Joe.
Hi.
Congratulations. You've
Thank
won.
you so much.
You've won things. You've won things. But more importantly than the things, you've won the recognition, and you've won our thanks, and you've won our respect for everything you do. So the M in maths, when you're doing that, it's one of those things that the kids naturally get involved in that, or do you manage to change people's minds? Are they naturally scared of maths? Tell us a little bit about how it all works.
So yeah, maths is a tricky one because it gets a bit of a bad rap at school. We try and tackle that by putting a little bit of a banking and business lens on it. So we do interesting activities like a cupcake challenge. So they pretend they have a cupcake business and have to work out how much profit they might make after making a batch of cupcakes. And, we tempt them along with some free cake as well, which always helps.
I think bribery is the way forward, actually. I think bribery, especially with cake, is the way to get young people involved in STEM.
Definitely.
I think.
And it's all about the fun. We have another activity, which is a data analytics activity, where we teach them that graphs can be fun. And we do that by getting them to generate data through juggling. So what else would you want but a bit of circus in your life?
Exactly. It's funny though. I think, you know, particularly with the M in STEM, you know, with kind of engineering, there's sort of stuff, there's physical things, but math, it's, you know, selling maths as an idea, it's so important. You know, I grew up thinking that I wasn't good at maths, and it's one of the most annoying things now, because I know how beautiful maths is, I know how fantastic maths is, and I spend a lot of my time now talking to young people, explaining, like you, the joy and the fun and the excitement and the creativity of maths, the doors that maths open. So I'm hugely impressed with what you do. I want to say a big thank you to everyone at Virgin Money. Is everyone in your team as enthusiastic as you are about STEM? And
yeah, we've got a really great team of STEM ambassadors who love to go out and engage with the community. And really, I have to shout out to our partners as well. So we bring in our corporate partners to support our activities, because we want to demonstrate to the kids that being successful, you can't do it alone. So even as a big bank, we don't do it alone. We bring in other companies to help us, and we want them to understand, therefore, the power of a team. So they shouldn't think that they're alone either.
Brilliant. And have you got big plans coming up for the new initiatives and things coming up for the year ahead?
Yeah, definitely. So as you mentioned, we have a signature STEMtastic event. We were supposed to run live with our first event with Glasgow Science Centre last year. Since we were bought by Clydesdale Bank, we've got a new set of STEM ambassadors in Scotland now. Unfortunately, that's had to be put on hold. So we're transferring all our activities online. Like lots of people have said, to reach more people virtually.
Brilliant. Hey, Joe, listen, thank you so much for everything you do in the North East, and pass on our thanks to everyone at Virgin Money, and carry on, keep on the good work. Thank you very much. Joe Edwards from Virgin Money. Thank you very, very much, Joe. Right. Okay. Now then, this is our final special recognition award of the evening, and it goes to an incredible woman. She is a civil engineer by trade who currently works for Sir Robert McAlpine, and she has for many years volunteered with the Institution of Civil Engineers, the ICE, and is currently the Teesside branch chair and North East vice chair. She also undertakes national roles, chairing the editorial panel of the ICE proceedings, civil engineering, and is an ICE lead reviewer. She's also the founding chair and driving force behind Engineering Together, which is based in the Tees Valley. She recognises the importance of inspiring the next generation of engineers by mentoring and coaching candidates who are working towards professional qualifications. She is passionate about working towards a diverse workforce, leading the way on many initiatives, focusing on supporting women in the engineering sector. She was recently recognised as the North East Apprentice Ambassador of the Year and awarded the Institute of Civil Engineers North East STEM Ambassador of the Year as well. The award goes to Paula McMahon. Again. You again.
Me again.
Congratulations again. That's two awards. Do you have a favorite? Which one's more important?
I don't know.
You'll see when they get. Hey, maybe if you get 2 bottles of champagne, one will be a slightly better bottle of the champagne. And
don't worry, Dallas. 1 bottle, 2 bottles, it's all good.
Brilliant. Listen, you know, you're a superstar. Just tell us a little bit about next year, or the rest of this year, I should say. You know, what have you got planned? What changes are afoot? How are things going to be different? Are you going to do more in-person stuff, carrying on online? What's the deal?
Wow. Hopefully we will do more in-person stuff, but as I said before, I'm loving the online stuff. I've started Primary Voices, which is all about climate action, getting kids to actually ease their anxiety by being able to put into place solutions.
Can I just ask, do kids get like physically anxious about climate?
Yeah, I think everyone's starting to. You're hearing lots of things on the news.
But how do kids respond to it so differently to how adults respond to it? Because presumably it is different.
Not really. In fact, I actually think kids have got a capacity to accept things more than adults do. A lot of adults are in denial and the kids aren't. So the kids are actually, in many ways, more anxious because they can see there's a problem and nobody's doing anything about it.
It's a really important point. It's that, I can't remember which scientist said it. It said scientists, people don't change their mind, they just die off.
Yeah.
And then, the next, kids, kids seem to be so much more aware of it very often. So, hey, listen, it's brilliant that what you're doing. I want to say a huge congratulations for being a double winner, our only double winner of the night. Hey, could you be a triple winner and win the restaurant voucher? I don't know what you
No. I'm just wearing boring trainers. There's nothing on them taco slippers.
Well, it's not going to cut it, I'm afraid. You're up against some taco slippers and
I know.
and a bow tie and some of these granny slippers. In fact, you don't know what I've got on underneath. I might just storm through.
You're going to give us a $12?
Well, I'm sort of. I normally don't do this kind of lockdown loungewear. So as I was getting dressed today, I've got my gardening shorts on. Look, I was out in the garden. I've got my smart tie, my jacket, my gardening shorts on. I was going to put a spacesuit on. I thought that would just be showing off.
That would be pretty good.
That would be pretty good. I do put it on sometimes, but only on very, very special. Paula, a huge congratulations. And obviously you're a Middlesbrough fan by the looks of things.
My husband is.
Okay. I know that might upset some people on this call, but that's okay. Paula McMahon, round of applause.
Thank you, everyone.
For being extra brilliant. Fantastic. Right. Okay. Now then, this is the final award, the award that everyone's been waiting for, the most inspirational STEM employer. What a title. What did you do? I just won the most inspirational STEM employer. No big deal. This is a fantastic award. Okay, so here we go. This company's Skills Foundation was officially launched in October 2014 and now offers over 14 bespoke STEM-linked activities alongside actively promoting other schemes such as the first Lego League, Vexic Robotics, and F1 in schools. From humble beginnings, this company's offer has grown from 4 schools and 135 learners, as we've heard before, to 12,000 students and 185 schools per year. And in January 2021, passed the 65,000 student milestone. And last month, they announced their continued commitment to the young people of the North East by making a pledge to offer every school child in the North East a place at one of their foundation events. They're, of course, a massive industry in the North East. The winner is, of course, Nissan. Well done, Nissan. Ian Green still with us. Ian.
I'm on the red, so this could be terrible at work tomorrow.
Oh, my goodness me. You're the most inspirational STEM employer. You're also up in the running, possibly for best lockdown loungewear, but that's not my decision. I think Dawn's going to send me a text or something to tell me who's going to win that. Hang on. Yes, there's some news coming in. I'll announce that in a minute. Just how important is this award to you? What does it mean to be the most inspirational STEM employer for Nissan, not just for you, obviously?
It's absolutely brilliant. And actually, this will go global for us. So the last few weeks, we made the skills pledge. Last week, Boris Johnson came up when we invested in the new battery plant.
Yeah.
As part of that visit, Boris came in to see the Skills Foundation. So actually, globally within Nissan, I took the number 2 guy in the world around the Skills Foundation, the head of Europe. So actually, for Nissan, this is massive, and for the region, because this is what's going to guarantee our success in the future. So this is fantastic. I really thank you for everyone.
No, it's really good. I mean, Nissan have been in the Northeast for such a long time. They're such a massive employer in the Northeast as well. I mean, and is this something that's going to carry on? Is it going to build? Are they going to? So STEM is sort of built into their DNA, really. I think
it is, and it's a thing. I'm retiring soon, so literally next year I'm no longer there. But I was my big thing. This was my hobby job, and I've been doing this since 2013. Really starting it slowly, and I didn't want this to end. So actually, this is fantastic. we've now got the pledge to do this. This is going to go on, and I'm going to stay involved, even though I won't have the hamburger on my shirt anymore. I'm not going to walk away totally. So no, this is absolutely brilliant, and I'm chuffed a bit. I mightn't look it, but I am chuffed a bit.
Great. Well, listen, will you thank everybody at Nissan for us? It's a well-deserved award, and you're a superstar. So listen, everyone, round of applause for Ian, round of applause for Nissan. Thank you very, very much indeed.
Thank you.
Okay, well, that's sort of wrapping up the kind of the formal aspects of the proceedings tonight, apart from the winner of the lockdown loungewear competition. Unfortunately, it wasn't me. I thought my shorts might win it, but obviously not. I've got a text here from Dawn. Hang on, what's this? Oh, actually, here's a little note I want to say. STEM ambassadors can be mentors. You don't have to have a STEM background. Things like CV writing, interview techniques. So contact Trish is the person in the team if you want to get more involved with that. Now then, Claire, I'm going to hang on. Do we have a winner for the lockdown? We've got Taco Slippers and Sophie Reed so far, but everyone's got time. If you've got some lockdown loungewear, if you want to win a restaurant voucher, this is your chance to shine. I'm going to go with my gardening shorts. It's not really very glamorous, I've got to say, but does anybody else want to kind of, or are we going to give it to Taco Slippers? Anyone for a twirl? Paula's doing a thumbs up. Sam, you're going to have to help me here because I can't see who's on the screen. Jenny, I thought Jenny would be doing something with her hair. We've got Ian with his bow tie. Michelle's got Planet Earth behind her. Whoa, we've got a Darth Vader mask on there. Okay, I'm so glad I'm not judging this. I'm just flicking through everyone here. Claire, you're biting your nails. Have you made a decision? Give me a nod or send me a text when you've got a winner. Josh is looking a bit worried. Hannah's got an amazing background behind her. Well, look at Duncan. I mean, I haven't seen everyone so for the first time. Duncan, you're looking very, very smart. Just on. Oh, hang on. What have you got underneath? I can't see your bottom half. Oh, he's got his long john. Hey, have a look at Duncan, Claire. Yeah, he's got white shorts on. That's got to be a possibility. I still don't know what the restaurant is. I don't know if it's Nando's. It might be McDonald's. Who knows? I've got a text coming in. It's been voted for in the chat box. There we go. Taco Slippers. Can we have spotlight on our Taco Slippers again? This is one. There you go. It was Sophie Reed with the Taco Slippers. Sophie, congratulations.
Well, thank you very much.
You have won a restaurant voucher. We don't know which restaurant it is, but there's some very fine restaurants in the North East, as you know. But there you go. This presumably must mean even more to you than the other.
I'm guessing it's not a Taco Bell restaurant.
It could be. There's bound to be a Taco Bell in Newcastle.
I can't actually remember where it is, but I think there's one somewhere in Newcastle.
Well, fine. Anyway, congratulations! You've won a thing. You've won a thing. Brilliant. Listen, I'm going to wrap it up now. It's been an absolute pleasure. I just want to say a few thank yous. A final shout out to our sponsors, Worley Jacobs Capita. Without their support, events like this would not happen. And a big thank you to all of our winners tonight for the amazing work you've done in the last 14 months. And I've got to say, many years before, in infusing and inspiring the next generation of scientists, technologists, engineers, mathematicians in our region. It's such an important thing for the North East. We've had an amazing year. It's been a challenging year. And I'm just listening to all your stories. It's been wonderful to hear just the positives that have taken from what otherwise has been a pretty terrible year. The fact that you've managed to turn all that terrible news into something very, very positive. So big thank you to all of you for giving up your Thursday nights in front of the telly. I don't know what was on telly, to cheer your work colleagues. Very, very important to support each other. So thank you very, very much indeed. Look out for the North East STEM Awards 2022, which hopefully we'll be able to do in person. Maybe again, we'll see if George Clooney's available again. With people, swanky venues, some posh toilets, that kind of thing. Final congratulations to me to all the winners. I love doing all the STEM ambassador work, and I've done work with Dawn and Claire before this year. We did a big space day together, and I think we're going to do another one. So I've met some of you, and it's a huge pleasure, and I look forward to seeing you all again in the flesh next year. Enjoy the rest of your evening, bask in your glory. I'm Dallas Campbell. It's been a huge pleasure, and I'll see you again soon.